No matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain or shine, our doors are open 24/7 to provide the care you and your loved ones need fast. Every second counts, and Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to help you through any.
In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Trying to figure all this stuff out. I do know one thing. I would not want to be on that lake right now. Toledo Bend is rocking and rolling here, and you can see those white caps out there. But yeah, I'm going to tell you about every parish. Don't worry, Tracy. We're going to get to it all. I'm going to show you a breakdown of where I think we're going to see the snow, where I think the snow is going to be a lot lighter. I do think there's going to be, there have been some changes to the forecast, though I still think at least most of us get a snowman out of this deal. There's Alexandria right now where it is cold. I got the blanket on me like, I'm just snuggled up down here right now because it is chilly. There's your winter storm watch. First off, winter storm watches from Corpus Christi through Lake Charles, New Orleans, obviously our entire area, into northwest Florida. Yeah, this is an uncommon thing. Southern Mississippi. Again, this is a deal where Shreveport and Monroe, they're too far north for this one. And we were talking about this over the last several days. Subtleties in model data, they can be weird. But the one thing I did see is that if anything, we were going to be too far north, and the heaviest axis of snow has shifted a bit to the south, so we'll talk about that. Winter storm watches are in effect, and it is cold out there. 28 in Shreveport, 34 Alexandria. The one thing I'm not worried about is precipitation type. I think we have that one figured out. It's going to be all snow up here. So future wind speeds. It's going to be kind of gusty out there today. Northerly winds, that cold front has come through. We're going to see 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts throughout the day. Overnight tonight, we'll see those winds come down just a little bit, and it seems like it should start to snow pretty soon. We've been talking about this for so long, but we're still like, what's today? Sunday, 24. Yeah, we're a good 38 to 40 hours away from this actually starting up. So we are getting into the high resolution models. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything. And then I got to run off to church and I guess put on some decent clothes. But we do have sunny skies today with full sunshine, low to mid 40s. That's all we are going to see right there. So let's take a look. Severe threat. Yeah, could be a few storms out there in Tampa, but we're not there. We're here. So that I always like to show that in case you're flying somewhere real quick or whatever. Let's go with the most pessimistic model first. I'm actually getting a new run of the GFS in right now. And from what I saw, it was still kind of holding serve here, but everything else is further north than this for the most part, apart from the UK model, which has just been weird, this whole thing. Even the old icon has shifted a little bit further north. So we're seeing that. I'm like, we're not out to the ensemble time yet, but yeah, it looks like the GFS at least brings snow across most or all of the areas. So that's the key for me. I don't want to break any hearts, but I will say you have a much better chance to miss this up in Winfield than you do in Opelousas, and I posted about that. But without further ado, let's put it in motion. Here it goes, and there you see the snow trying to break out. Now, up to the north, we're going to have drier air that's going to be kind of chasing this out. So what I think we're going to see here is we had a slight delay in the onset. It looks like that's going to be moving maybe a little bit after midnight. Here you can see by 3 a.m. things are kind of breaking out, and because we're going to be a little shorter on that, or it's coming in just a little bit slower, then that dry air comes in a little sooner. It's going to shorten our time where we're going to see the snow falling. So here's what you see on that GFS. Heaviest snow confined to the I-10 corridor. How weird is that? Still snowing up here at 9 a.m. Then things do kind of bubble throughout the day until about 2 or 3 o'clock and move on. So I was saying midnight until like 6 p.m. It might be more of a 3 to 3 kind of deal. So maybe 12 hours as opposed to 18. And that, of course, reduces your accumulations a bit. But still, historic snow is quite possible. Then we move on. Everything's gone. Could snow a little in the Carolinas in a few days. But let's go ahead and take a look at the higher resolution stuff. We're just getting into HRRR territory here. This one goes out 48 hours. So let's get to that. There you go. Nothing going on. And then here you see that, and the precipitation type algorithm's kind of weird on this. So it's showing a mix starting at about 10 p.m. or at least some radar echoes. I think it's just going to be straight snow. And you see that it does change over fairly quickly. So in this iteration of a model here, we have temperatures that are going to be fully cold enough for snow. It shows snow over the entire area. So why are you so nervous, Nick? Well, that GFS had me a little scared. I don't know. Here's Futurecast. This is the Barron model. This is another model that we use here, and you can see this one as we go through that and cycle through that I forgot to hit the pause button on it, but we got the big map coming here in just a second. So what I'll do is take you through this. All right, let's go ahead and take you in, and I'll show you the onset of this showing up by late evening. I think it's going to wait a little longer. I don't think it's going to be this far north as well. So I just wanted to take you through a few extremes here. The GFS is going to keep that snow more suppressed. The high resolution HRRR, that keeps it pretty much over the area. This one seems to be a little too far north, but we're going to go through and look at all these solutions here. Again, I think it's all snow. I think they might be, I think there are some model issues with precipitation type because maybe we start off with it a little shallow. Snow is a weird thing. You have to actually get that to form a little higher in the atmosphere where the air is colder. It has to form when it's below -10 Celsius, so that gets it to crystallize. Otherwise, you get sleet. So I think that might be what the models are showing here. So we go through Tuesday, and this one looks pretty angry. It's bringing several inches of snow across most of the area. So that's kind of your range of outcomes there. So let's go right into the snow accumulation map. I changed it a little bit. Now, this is lighter up to the north, dusting to 2 inches. So Sabine Parish up here along Toledo Bend, Natchitoches, Winfield, that's your best chance to just miss this altogether. A dusting, flakes should fly, maybe up to 2 inches. Then we have this narrow band here. This is that transition zone where we go from not a lot to a historic snow, let's just say it. 2 to 5 inches right through northern Rapides Parish. So I wanted to bring that down just a little bit. And then I still have that 3 to 7 plus area for most of Avoyelles, southern Rapides down into southern Vernon, as well as Beauregard, Allen, Evangeline, and St. Landry. And yes, along I-10, Lafayette to Lake Charles could see multiple inches of snow. I think someone still could see 8+ inches out of this, and we're just going to have to wait and see where that lines up. Now, the WPC outlook showing precipitation, again, light to the north. It gradually increases as we head down to the south, and that's what I think we are going to see. So a 7-day forecast with a 90% chance of snow. I think it's 100% south of Alexandria. I think north is where we kind of mix in a little bit of uncertainty there. 30 degrees for a high maybe on Tuesday. Overnight lows, we're going to keep it at 15. It depends on how much snow you see, and with that radiational cooling, we could see things cool off quickly down to the low to mid-teens. It's possible we see some single digits. Now, I think we'll have some wind. That could actually keep the actual temperature up. It's going to keep the wind chill colder, though, single digits. I think we stay above 0 on that, but it's going to be really cold. 38 on Wednesday. Then we obviously, whatever melts, refreezes Wednesday night. And I think, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what's going to happen with school or anything. But if we see 2+ inches of snow, then I do think we are going to see those roads refreeze at night, and we'll see those problems that we all know exist when that happens. Here is your outlook to start February. We keep it kind of cool. I mean, we keep it near normal, so 50s, maybe some 60s out there, but I don't see any other winter chances. And then we keep things kind of busy. We're going to go from this winter bout right back into severe season. Once we get into February, that's when things really ramp up here. So we'll be watching. I will throw that accumulation map back up. I know there are some people up in the northern part of the area that are probably not thrilled with this. I mean, some of you probably are, though. I know there are people out there that don't like snow, but I happen to like it. So I still think a pretty solid snow across the middle of the area. I do think the heaviest stuff is going to be down further south. It's not far, though. Again, a little bit of a bump north, and we get that right back up into our area, but the trend has been at least a little bit of a shift to the south with a harder edge on that northern edge of things. So dusting to 2 inches from Manny to Natchitoches up to Winfield, and then down here 2 to 5, 3 to 7 plus to the south of that. I don't know if it's going to be me or Tom this afternoon. Typically, I just, Tom does his thing on Sunday and he doesn't stream. So someone's going to be streaming this afternoon. We've got to talk about all this stuff, and I will be here for that, or Tom will. And I'll be doing a full parish by parish breakdown, as we will see a bit of a change in that forecast. I am probably going to wait and do that later this afternoon once I get all the morning stuff in, and we'll go through all that then. But is Gina getting snow? Yeah, I think so. I just think it's going to be lighter, a little bit lighter than it was. Anywhere further, the further north you go, the chances drop, the amounts drop. And there's my cat. My cat has found a prize. That means it's time to go. I do have to get out of here right now, but I will be back later. I'm going to be updating things all day. Me, Tom, everyone, we're going to be here. We're going to be there for the duration, and then hopefully we'll have some beautiful camera shots of the snow as it falls over the next couple of days, starting tomorrow night. And lasting, I thought I misspelled something. Sorry, I freaked out for a second. And lasting into Tuesday. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. See you back here later on today. Have a great Sunday.